We are live. Live we are. Now, Aaron Rodgers. You know, I've had a couple days to process it. I have a picture up. Surgery went great yesterday. Thank you for all the love and prayers and support. And thanks to the GOAT, Dr. El Atrachi, and his staff for starting me on the road to recovery. And all that I respect. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. But 4 snaps. 4 snaps, dude. Can you imagine that? And he got the win. He got the win of the game. But you bring in a guy, and, you know, I'm talking to Marco, and, you know, this is what they're going to have to deal with. I was talking to Gumbo Chef today. Think about this. Zach Wilson, I think, should be on the shortest of leashes. That it's basically he hits one game, Dallas. And if he isn't up for snuff, then you get rid of him. Or you bench him. Now, Tim Boyle sucks too. This is the thing. I saw today, maybe the Big Ben they were going to talk to. I also heard Case Keenum, who hasn't really had he threw for 8 yards this past year for the Bills. The year before he played for the Browns, he was 2-0 in his starts. A couple of years ago, he was for Denver, threw for like 1,700 yards. He had 1 year where he threw for almost 4,000, but he's 35 years old. This is the thing with, you know, Bumble said to me, he goes, how come Brady can go to Tampa Bay, he gets the win, Super Bowl. And doesn't get injured. You have Peyton who goes to Denver, loses the Super Bowl, wins the Super Bowl, and basically he was playing with no neck. He didn't have mobility in his neck. And the defense won that Super Bowl against Carolina. And now you bring in Aaron Rodgers, and it is one first offensive play. You can see it explode, and now he's done. Now he says he's coming back. He even had a quote, he even quoted, which, you know, this sounds like something that it was out of, what's the movie with Will Ferrell and the guy from Napoleon Dynamite, the skating movie, which name escapes me right now. This is the kind of line that Will Ferrell said in the movie. The night is very dark for me. He said, the night is darkest before the dawn, and I shall rise yet again. Maybe he's a phoenix. I just saw that. The night is darkest before the dawn, and I shall rise yet again. Zach Wilson, to me, that touchdown pass to Garrett Wilson was Tre'Davious White was thrown toward him, and Garrett Wilson had the wherewithal to knock it away from Tre'Davious White and tip it to himself and catch it. But I watched a guy in Zach Wilson, who this is supposed to be basically a redshirt year, that he was nervous in the pocket, fancy feet, again threw an interception where I don't know what he was looking at, and I saw someone show a play on 3rd and 5 where he doesn't read the field. That's not his thing. And they talk about his arm and everything. There are guys who don't you have to process very fast, and Zach Wilson isn't that guy. He's not that guy. And they're going into Dallas, and Dallas could have a letdown. Listen, they won 40-0. They beat, and I saw the memes for Aaron Rodgers. I saw the memes for the Giants. I saw a funny guy talking about the Giants. There's a guy on TikTok that I love. He's New York Giant for life. And even he said embarrassing. First game of the season, you play like shit. You play that badly the first game of the season. So Dallas is going to come in 40-0, biggest win ever in a shutout win. And I think that they're going to have big heads. And we're going to see what happens with the yeah. I mean, we're going to see what happens with the Cowboys. Are they going to be, we're going to see what happens going forward. I mean, are the Cowboys going to be so confident? And that's the thing too, Dak Prescott to me did not play that well. I didn't think he didn't have to do much. But this is the thing too. I feel like if Zach Wilson's going to be needed to win a game, he's not that guy. And I know they're all behind him, and Garrett Wilson's behind him, and Salah, and the team's behind him. They're behind him until they know they have a team. Now they know they have a team. They have a defense. They have weapons on offense. And now, why should they piss it away with Zach Wilson? They should bring a guy in and try to win these goddamn games. That's what I think. And we'll see. I just told Lon about, Showtime, and he's like, oh, I'm not watching the game. I go, dude, not that Showtime. I'm doing my show. Oh, Lon is here. And yeah, I mean, I feel like Zach Wilson should be on a very short leash. I feel like Giants now, Andrew Thomas is hamstring injury, but I think I haven't heard that he's not gonna play. And Jalen Hurts just caught, it's scary. This game is scary. There's been 4 turnovers tonight by the Vikings. It is now 26-7. Devontae Smith burned, and you know that Kirk Cousins sucks in primetime games. Yes, Kirk Cousins is terrible in primetime games. Kirk Cousins primetime record. Okay, he is 12-20 career. Well, this is, yes, 12-20 career primetime record, and he goes up to an opponent who never loses, Jalen Hurts. Yes. So now he's 12-20 coming to the game, and he's going to stink it up again. I mean, and Devontae Smith just kissed the crowd. Now, I'm sticking with my team. I'm playing against Harris this week in fantasy, and I said, I'm going to keep my team. We'll see what happens. And Goddard hasn't done anything. I think 3 catches for 6 yards, which means he's not going to do anything, and I'm going to stick it up again. Well, we'll see. But at least he had a couple catches, and he was wide open. Devontae Smith was so open, I don't even know what. I mean, good God. 27-7. With 11 minutes left in the third, so there's a lot of time left in this game. We'll see what happens on that front. But Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he said he's going to come back next year. He's going to be 40 fucking years old. And I just don't think you should give Zach Wilson more than this week. And I'm sorry, I know he's going against a tough opponent, but he is a professional. He's getting paid, and he should be the guy who, if he's not playing well, you yank him. And I know RG3 said that you don't bring anybody from the outside because these guys know the system. I don't give a shit if they know the system. I need guys that are going to play well. I don't care if you know how well he knows the system. It's putting the system into play. And Zach Wilson, to me, makes a lot of... You watch the game. I know he just got thrown in. He throws a lot of balls into coverage because he thinks he can get in there, and he almost had a couple other balls intercepted. And he doesn't throw a nice ball. He looks erratic up there. He has shaky feet and everything. No, hell no. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to see. I could talk about this ad nauseum, but I feel like everything's been talked about. I know I'm behind because it happened Monday night. It's now Thursday. But I feel that Zach Wilson gets this game, and if he doesn't get it done, rehab will make... I don't think so. Lon, I don't think that it's going to affect Aaron Rodgers in that respect. I feel like rehab, he's a professional athlete. He's come back from injuries before. And he's got 75 million reasons to come back. And he doesn't want to go out after playing 4 plays. So I disagree. I think he's going to want to show something. I think he's going to come and he's going to get it done, and we'll see what happens. We're going to see what happens. But, time will tell, I guess. Yeah. And, oh my God, Michigan sent me an article, website about I'm a doctor and why you fart so much. It was on the Post. And basically, the doctor from TikTok, I don't know, some guy from England said most people fart between 5 and 15 times per person? And I was like, some people say they fart 100, and it could be the diet, it could be, a lot of things at play. But some people said 100 times. And yeah, I do. I fart a lot. I have a lot of gas. I do. Yeah. I have a lot of gas. I'm not going to lie. And, and then they said, so women, one woman said she held it in so long that she got what was the word she said? She got her appendix burst. So I'm like, oh, appendix. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. That ain't, yeah. So I was like, flatulence, everybody has it. Some of us, fart more than others. I've been around friends that fart all the time, and I do agree that some women fart and it really stinks. But men too. It's milk. You gotta clear stuff out. I saw Kelsey is the number 1 rated doc on Prime. Congrats. Football's a family story. I thought that was kind of... Michael Jordan, what's today? Today is the 14th. 39 years ago, 84, he signs a 7-year, $6 million contract. He now makes $6 million every 8.6 days. 8.6 days. Michael Jordan makes $6 million every 8.6 days. He started his career making $6 million over 7 years. How about that? That is amazing to me. That's why, I'm like, wow. I'm like, holy crap. That is crazy, right? I mean, that's nuts.